the fact that everybody wants a brand today is just the way it is. And you also have a job to do, and some of them can intersect at times, even during the season. Is it good not to do it during the season, or how does that kind of play out?
You have to walk a fine line. There's a time to do it, time not to. Obviously, you shouldn't have your phone out during a meeting. You shouldn't be tweeting during a meeting. But I think we play a game, and it is our business, but it's also to grow our business. We all have personal brands, and we should have good personal brands, so we can continue to capitalize on. But at the end of the day, we want to play football. We want to have fun while we do it. We want to do it as a team and as a unit, and we should enjoy it. This is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Why be so serious where you can't, make fun of yourself? You know, some guys have TikTok videos. I'm not doing those, but because I'm not good at those. I've seen yours. Bob Pompier has the best TikTok videos.
If I can do it, you can do it.
You can. You might sneak me in there on one, but you won't see me making many.
Cam, I'm wondering, are leaders born or are they made? In your experience.
Both. There are guys that can grow up through the ranks. I feel like I grew up from guys of the past. Watching Casey Hampton, watching Brett Kiesel, watching James Ferrier, Aaron Smith. Those guys taught me. But at the same time, I felt like, I've always been the guy who wanted to lead. My favorite Power Ranger growing up was the Red Ranger because I always wanted to be the leader. That's just the way I was. I want to be the guy who's leading the ship. I appreciate it, but it's about being honest. It's not about who gets the glory. It's about making sure everybody's accountable and moving forward.
Cam, when you guys are talking, do you talk about Ben's comments? Has it been a big topic among you guys?
Not at all. Not at all. We respect Ben. Ben has comments. I wanted to address it before it got to training camp, but man, we're focused on football. We're focused on bonding. We had some mean games of Jenga and Uno. I don't think we really concerned ourselves with what Ben said.
It's easy on defense to see where the leaders are, but they're established guys. On offense, It's not the same way. Are you comfortable going to offensive guys and trying to help the young guys that are probably going to be part of this, Najee's, whatever, and helping them along to figure this out? Or is it sort of like, is that like a separate unit?
No, it can't be a separate unit. We all have to grow. Obviously, Najee is the forefront off of his last year, and you see the way he plays. But there's hidden leaders in that. You look at a guy like Chooks. Chooks has been around. He should be the leader in the O-line room. It's a different type of leading than Marquise Pouncey, but it's still leading. It's by leading by example. What are our tight ends going to do? I think they have a big responsibility. Pat Fryermuth, you look at Zach Gentry, both guys. One guy's been around for a year, and he's pretty talented. A guy like Zach Gentry can step up as well. He's been here for a while. There are different ways guys can step up and lead. You don't just need a C on your chest to be a leader.
Are there any other red flags that you see besides phones out? Are there any other obvious red flags?
It's not a red flag. I was making up an example.
Yeah, do you have some other examples? Like, hey, I got to go talk to this guy this ain't right.
If you're taking off your pads in the middle of a game, we're gonna have a problem.
Has that happened?
No, that hasn't happened on this team. I don't think it will. I love AB to death, but he wasn't doing that here. We had plenty of guys that would have handled that. But I think there are obvious mistakes and obvious things that come, and understanding that we do this together. It's not one guy. It's not two guys. It is a team sport, and I love it because everybody has to be accountable for that.
When you look at Najee, and he's been pointed to as someone who is going to be a leader on this offense, is he reluctant to step in that role? I mean, are you guys having to guide him in it a little bit more? Or is he someone that this is a natural progression for him?
You could see it was a natural progression last year. Najee was always, asking for more and, hungry to lead and be vocal. Najee's a guy that leads by example, and is always just on and knows how to, just be in the weight room, just trying to get better. But guys got to follow his lead, and there's going to be plenty of guys that do that. I don't know who our quarterback's going to be, but they're going to have to lead as well.
Who should your quarterback be?
Don't know. Don't you put me in that box and tell me I got to name a starter today. It's not my job, and Coach T's going to have fun doing it.
How much fun is it for you as a defensive guy to see this quarterback competition kind of take shape across the line for you?
It's a different battle. Having been all those years, you always knew who was going to be the starting quarterback. It was who was fighting for two. There's a lot more pressure on that position right now, but it's up to the defense and other parts of the offense to step up to make it easy on them.
Did you guys hear the fan that yelled? I think Mitch started out with 2 incompletions. Fan yelled yesterday, like, get Pickett in there. Just kidding, I think. But is that, are you guys hearing chirping like that from the...
Not at all. We appreciate our fans, but most of the times we're too busy getting chewed out to focus on that.
Cam, all of you guys had TJ's back last year when he was doing the holding thing. Is it the same exact situation with Deontay? You guys see where he's coming from?
I see exactly where he's coming from. TJ went through a situation. I remember even before I got here, guys talking about when Hines was holding out, and then, they finally got Hines here, and, that was a big thing. Everybody's got their own situation and how they handle it differently. If it's not disrupting the team, it's not disrupting us.
Is that a concern, though, that every starter entering his 4th season might want to, and wants a new contract, might take this kind of approach?
No, honestly, no. We're here to do a job. Like Mike T always says, one man's misfortune is another man's fortune. This gives a chance for other guys to step up. A guy like George Pickens to get some reps, Calvin Austin, Chase Claypool to get more reps, and they shouldn't run from it. Deontay will be ready by week 1, but I don't think he's going to harm the team in any way.
Hey, Kim, can you give a little scouting report on the 2 left guards that competed?
They look good in shorts. There's nothing that's really happened so far. So,
Can I ask you next week?
give me 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks.
Cam, I'm curious, Ben, towards the end there, he talked to us one day about how he felt it was his job to sort of impart sort of the lore of the Steelers on something. I don't know if that was actually happening, but that's what he told us. There is a lot of tradition here.
Yes.
Do you feel now, now you're in Keith's spot, you're in Casey's spot, you're that dude. Do you feel it's your job to sort of educate these guys on sort of what it means to play for this team?
I don't think I have to educate because, obviously I have stories and I'll share them. But the cool thing about here is we get those guys coming back. Ike Taylor's going to be up here. He's able to talk about all those Super Bowl memories, and they sound a lot better coming from him than me. You'll get Franco, you'll get Chris Hope, guys that, might not have been the most famous all the time, but everybody appreciated what they did. There's always going to be history, and Mike T does a great job of integrating that history. I always remember every year during preseason, we would play Carolina Panthers, and we would talk about that being the last game. And he would show all the clips from the years before of all these guys that, nobody knew at the time going on to do great things after that Carolina Panthers game. So, there's a great, tradition set, but I think the history just comes through naturally and organically.